Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from Orchids and Garden in England. And later this morning I started to look at the big Cattleyas in the window. That's Pastoral Innocence and LC Bermondsey Palm. So I cleaned the leaves because they've got, not just the leaves, but I've cleaned the pseudobulbs because they're ridged. And then I just checked other things and I've started to water. But then I went downstairs for some more water. And this one here, Cattleya, walkeriana, coerulea. Now let me get my little pokey tool and I'll show you what my problem is. Now, this one's just coming back into active growth again, but you see all these here. I couldn't understand why I couldn't get rid of the bugs. See, these are all the original little bat bulbs. Excuse my fingers because I've been poking. And so I've just pulled them out, and I've pulled them out from this area. Right. And this area here is the wood is rotten. There's no smell, but when I scrape it like that, and if I was just to turn it over, can you see? So the dilemma I've got is, what am I going to do? I mean, I've got this pot here and I've got this pot here. Of course one's wood and that's used to wood, and this is terracotta, but then this is bark cubes. And I've got a lot of my others in that kind of medium. So, but you see, they're all in, can you see right there now? Whether I'll show you. And you see there now. Get out of the way. There. Can you see that mealybug? Go around there. Is it going to properly focus? Right, so what I need to do, just hold on, because this is what I've been doing today, and it's only going to be a short video, this one is, because they put you there. Keep yourself still. I've got this rubbing alcohol here, and I'm going to zap that one, and I'll zap it underneath. But that's been my problem. And I kept wondering why all of a sudden I was losing the centre area here. So I don't think I've got any alternative. I mean, I'm going to leave the channel open just for a short while I do some more cleaning up. But I do believe I have no alternative but to get this off this mount. Look at this. I mean, this is eaten into the mount, but a lot of them are not very good. Let me just see what's coming in there. See these roots. What I'm going to do, I think, first of all, it's got to come off this mount. I don't think I've got a choice. So, and as I've only got 29 minutes on this camera. I'm going to have to, I've just brought a bucket of water up, oh, it's on the windowsill. I'm going to soak this and see what it looks like after a soaking. So just bear with me. Okay, so the only way I can do it, can you see all the dead bits coming from the bark that's breaking down? The only way I can do it is I've got to soak these roots and then soak them enough so that they become flexible. See how far down it goes. Of course it just wants to float, so I'll be back in a minute. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this successfully without splitting this orchid. But there again, I'd rather split it than lose it. And then, at least it's got a fighting chance. Right, back we go, on hold. Now I'm going to need 2 hands to do this. But while it was in the water, can you see how parts of it, near the centre, are coming loose, which is good. And this one, you see, this one comes here. So let's see. Then you see it comes to here, and then it's unviable. Then it's died, that part. Right. What a job. So this first little section here, I've virtually managed to break it free. There we go, you see. So, I cracked the root. Where did I crack the root? This one, I think it was. Somewhere there. So let's put that on one side. See, that end one's dead. Let's put that on one side. And I'll just put it there. Right. So I've got it back in the water. This is another section here. And I've got this section here. Now the roots for that section go round there. And the roots for this one go round the other way. But you'll see a lot of these roots are dead. See, I can remove this, and you see, only because a lot of the roots are dead. Patience, I'll have to keep trying. Here's another section that I've just released. You see all the roots there are dead. And we have some viable green roots. And I'm going to have to check all these pseudobulbs to make sure they're clear of any mealybugs or scale. So that can go over there. Now I've got to try and release this one now. I mean, I've got some big roots here which I've had to break because they've gone right inside that part. Right. Now is it going to let me focus? I mean, that's a cracked root, can you see? Because I've just prized it away from here, but if you look and you see the spores of mealybugs, look, all on these roots. There, all of them, look. So it's a good job I've decided to do it now, otherwise I could have lost it all. So I've turned them out upside down now, because these are the next two sections that I want to remove. And this one, can you see this one? And you see where it's attached there with that big, nice big green root. And it's fairly loose, look. But then that root goes all the way round, so I've had to put it in the other way just to see if I can loosen some of these other roots round here. But you can see there from what I'm showing you now, the middle section of all these roots are dead. Oh my goodness, look in there. Full. Absolutely full of mealies. I mean, this section now here, can you see? There are one or two roots yet, but I'm going to have to sacrifice one or two, but hopefully I'm going to get the majority off. I'm hoping you can see down there. And you see? So, this is another section I've just pulled away. There are some viable roots, although some are damaged. And I'm just left with that big one now. Right. So they're all free. I'm just going to check them over now. I've got some rubbing alcohol here, some cotton wool buds, and I'll clean them up right down at the base where those, take all these rotten roots off, and I'll be back. Right, let's give it a bird's eye view. I can't believe the number of roots that are infected. That's the back part. Let's take some of these dead ones off. Take these back. And you see right there's a little speck of something. I'll have to get in between all these. I mean, I could use a hydrogen peroxide now, but then again I don't think so, because it's going to be under such stress. I don't want to put it under any more stress. Clean the big one, put it right at the base. It's full of something. This is this next one here. And you can see there, can you see this? That's an infestation. So terrible that. Right down there. All of it, in fact. All of it. Let's take as many of these roots back as I can. It's a messy job, I tell you. Right the way through. What else can you do? Apologies, I'm just off camera here. Let me do these other two, won't be a second. Right, I've got rubbing alcohol in here, and all these sections are free of dead roots. This one here, it's got a big crack in it, but I'm not too bothered because with a bit of luck it will branch. What I've got to try and do is get right down here at the base and give it a good rubbing. And you see what I'm doing with these Q-tips. Because this is where these mealybugs have been hiding, and cut off any bits that I possibly can. And we've had a glorious day here, so and I was going to get such a lot done, but then I thought, oh, I'll just have a maintenance day, and then blow me down. It's virtually taken up all my day. I've got, believe it or not, a new growth going to come through there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to disturb these anymore today after I've done them like this. I'm just going to place them on the top of the cork bark in that pot, and then I'm just going to try and squeeze through here just so that I can get into this area, because a lot of these bulbs have crossed, and whilst they've crossed in these little tight areas, it means that the bugs can hide down there. So it might seem brutal, but it's the only way I'm going to get this clear. And then what I'll do tomorrow, I'll check the base of them again, and see if I'm left with any round their roots. So that's one done. I mean, I could pull this little pseudobulb off here, but then I'd probably have to pull 2 or 3 off, and I don't really want to do that because this one's quite infested. That's it, down in this area. So unless you get it all off, they're still going to be there, they're still going to be lurking. There's a new little growth just in there as well. Painstaking work this is, but it has to be done. So I'm down to the last 2 little pieces. Oh, sorry. See if I can get this area cleaned. Oh, and actually it's quite a nice little piece. 2 nice little fat pseudobulbs. And here we go for the last one. Sorry about that. I must have been filming, I hadn't realised, but if it was out of focus I do apologise, but there we go. I just need to clean these a little bit more, get these flakes off them, but they all seem to be quite viable now. Got big good green roots, and tomorrow I can arrange them in this pot because I think they'll do better in this. And thank you for joining me. Good old Cattleya, walkeriana, coerulea. Let's hope it'll go from strength to strength now. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon. Bye bye now.